started with a kiss. Never thought it would come to this. But this one's coming on very, very nicely. A serious rub down. About 4 days work, rubbing it all down and getting it all pretty. And then it was a bit low in the front corner. And it hadn't got a broken torsion bar. It just, whoever put the torsion bar in last time didn't get it quite right. So I guess that was some bloke in a bit of a rush in the army. I might retrim the rear seat because that's gone very threadbare. But she doesn't half go. And then I've got to glue some stuff up in the interior and just that general kind of titivation. That's a lovely word, isn't it? Titivation. But yeah, it'll make a nice one. Nice it's got that box on the side and all the coax machine gun mount and everything. Yeah. Would have made a good hobby one for someone, you know, just a nice vehicle. And we're getting lots of periscopes ready. They're all being rubbed down and masked up, ready for painting. I've still got lots of pack lifting frames if anyone needs one. Some of them are catered for, but we've got about 4 spare. Beauty. Just like army spec, but a bit stronger. And then down here we've got the 432 being done. This one's been in our middle line for many years. And we had the pack out, give it a service. It's going to need a couple of new headlights at least. And then it's just a matter of needle gunning everything really thoroughly and getting it all up. I'll swap all those sights. The one in the middle is about to be capped. And then it's got a nasty dent here where someone's been a bit over-enthusiastic, probably with a lamppost. And we'll weld a steel sheet right over the whole thing to make that look lovely. Good work.
Isn't it though, eh?
Yeah, these smoke dischargers are a lot thinner than normal, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot smaller, mate. You can't have budget cuts in the MOD.
Yeah, very small smoke dischargers, these ones.
Budget cuts.
Yeah, and Biggie's been behaving himself. Whereas I was trying to give him away, anyone who'd take Biggie, sit, good boy. I was trying to give you away, Biggie, because you were a pain in the arse. Now, after intensive training every night with myself, now we're looking for £25. And if he carries on as he is, he could easily make the £50. And who knows? Who knows? Could he be the £1,000 dog when he's doing all sorts of tricks? A backflip with a half pike. That's what I'm working on. Good boy, Biggie. Good boy. We love you. What's the exhaust cover like on this? That's something we often skin. No, pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty strong. We steamed most of the paint off. How about that? Mostly steamed it off.
Sit.
Well, we're on our way to the Maidenhead Chieftain saga once again. Today we hope to solve the over-revving and what else? And the gear changing. If we can just get emergency first and reverse, then I'll be happy enough for that for now. We want to get it home and start playing with it and doing some jobs on it. This is lined up for a man in Texas, and he paid me half the money years ago. Years, and now the owner of the property that we're picking up, he's died, bless him. He's a lovely man, and I think the property's been sold, and they kind of want the chieftain gone. So there is some urgency. Problem is, we can't just put it on a low loader. It's got to be driven out of a gate, then round another gate, and then up the road under all these low trees to where we can park a low loader. So the thing's got to be pretty mobile, pretty spanking good. Otherwise, yes, it can end up breaking down on the road. It's only a little country lane, so that will cause quite a lot of turmoil if it don't work right. And when you're sort of 50 mile away from base, it's hard going backwards and forwards when you forget your screwdriver and you have to go all the way home again. And then you forget your pliers, so you have to go home again. And sometimes in a day we might make 9 or 10 trips back to home to get extra tools. So it's not easy. We've arrived with Dirty Gertie, and first to the serious business of a bit of cheesy thingy and a sausage roll. And then we've got to think about injector pumps and that kind of thing. It's got a bit rusty recently, hasn't it? I don't remember it being that rusty. I think that happened last week. Now, we didn't leave it like that. I didn't leave it open, I don't think. Or did we?
I reckon you did, because it was pissing it down with rain.
I would normally swing that across. Maybe that's jammed. We'll have to have a look in there. I hope nobody's been in twiddling. There's quite a lot of broken down grass here. So we could be in for a surprise when we look inside it and find things broken. That would be terrible. Terrible. Dashboard missing. I'll have a look in a minute.
Well, it's a good start. We've not dropped the socket set in the mud yet. So
We normally do that, don't we?
yes.
Yes, we're putting an extra spring on the throttle.
See, on our chieftain we don't have a donkey engine in anymore, and so this job's actually a breeze. You can get in there, we've put a nice little carpet down, you've got a kettle in there, you can really make yourself comfy.
So we're relying on the FIPS, that thing there, to go up and down properly. But last time we ran it, it didn't turn off, and that can only mean that the governor is not shutting off properly inside the, or the rack isn't closing, which means we could have a bit of a runaway, and we don't want to do that. Put it this way, when I start it up, I'm going to move my Range Rover a long, long way away.
Yes. Might even take all my tools off the top.
Well, they won't go far.
Don't want to lose my new spanners.
They won't. It's that time of the day where we're going to start the old bus up. Now, last time we couldn't turn it off. I wouldn't say it was revving hard, but we were wary of it revving hard and blowing up. So every precaution taken. Not much fuel in the top can. Flick your solenoid on off a few times.
That's solenoid, not my solenoid.
Okay, and I've put the Range Rover well out of the way. Call me old-fashioned. Now there's a horse coming to get run over as well. Right, well, it's about that time, isn't it? We'll start it up and see if the old girl will idle. And then we're going to try emergency first and reverse. And just maybe, it'll be a fit state to load. And then we've only got to take it through that gate, go 5 foot, do a complete hard right through that gate, then take it up the road 200 yards. What fun! What could possibly go wrong? Right, well, the big box is coming off now. Oh dear, he's going to want me to lift the other side. I'm a craftsman, I don't do lifting. Anyway, what we've done is we've undone the little pipe is going into the back of the engine bit. And now we're going to lift this big lump off, which is the exhaust box. Not all chieftains have this. Some of them just have a couple of pipes going across. All on your funny chieftains, like your bridge layers and things. So, yes, might do that. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to film. You look like some kind of angel like that with the sun above you. Yeah, close up. We've had the tops up and we've toggled around on the gear shift electrically, and all those little solenoidy things are wiggly going up and down, all them little arms. But inside is a big sort of spring and some sort of valve. And I think we've got to dig deeper, and that's what we're doing now. We're going to pull this big box off and let all the crap go inside, and then see if that helps it. Plenty of sand and leaves.
It's
and,
like valve lapping, but for solenoids.
A squirrel has contributed lots of hazelnuts with a little hole in the side. And by the time that's all got in and it meshed in, it'll probably find the gearbox to be quieter afterwards. But it's firing up lovely, and the engine sounds great, but the governor is making it rev a bit. And really, we need an injector pump. And to do the injector pump, we've got to take the donkey engine out. And to do the donkey engine, we need a load all. And our load all is 50 mile away. So that's a trip down. Trip back with no, it's a little low loader down with a load all, and then take it back again. Oh God! And people say, "Oh, that's a lot of money. Why does that take so much money?" And I say, because it cost millions and millions of pounds.
Are there any farmers around Maidenhead area that have a load all?
Yeah, near what's the name of this? Ock something road.
It's literally just Maidenhead.
Can't remember. But basically, we need somebody who can come up here with a load all, help us lift our little engine pack, the little donkey. But we're going to get that donkey going, aren't we? So as we can have the searchlight going on this one. And it's live, it's a shooter. So it should be loads and loads of fun on Guy Fawkes night. Now, Jemmy. We've got to get now the springs are going to drop off them little yellowy, silvery horseshoe bits. Gently does it. If we drop one of them, we are knackered. Knackered. Right, this comes off very carefully. Just lift it dead square. No, we can look as long as they drop in, there we go. Now, we've got to find out which one's staying down. Oh, there we go. Just take it off.
We've got 2 springs on top of us.
Oh, grab 'em. Right.
Woo!
Well, and now we've probably got to take these off one at a time and make sure the insides of the gearbox are going up and down. There's probably nothing to do with this, but I think it is. Ashley got back the proddy pin that goes in the solenoid after he dropped it down the hole. Well, it might not have been him actually, if I'm brutally honest, but you know, I'm old and my brain is now adult. It's about the size of a walnut, flushing around in a load of milky substance, probably with lots of blood in my head as well. And sometimes I drop things. Sometimes I drop my bottom, sometimes I drop my trousers, sometimes I drop tools. It's all about dropping things, isn't it? Have you dropped anything lately?
Just my guts.
Yep. Wow, look at that lovely Range Rover. It looks like an advert for Range Rover. If I do that so you can only see the Range Rover, not the rusting hulk of a chieftain. You expect people sitting on the back at Ascot. Yes. People ask me why I got a gold Range Rover. And I said, I don't know why. It's a bit of a mystery. Initially, the gear pedal was clicking up and down and the indicator was saying 1, 2, 3, reverse 1, reverse 2, all that kind of stuff. Everything great. So we take the top off the gearbox selectors and clean everything thoroughly. Make sure everything's going up and down all beautifully, all the plungers are working, and put it all back together. And it's going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse 1, reverse 2. Then suddenly, we try and start it. We try and go backwards and forwards, and it's like it's locked in reverse the whole time. So we take the reverse one off, make sure that's cleaned, and everything's going up and down, which it was. And then, and now when we put it in gear shift, it pops back to neutral. Put it in first, pops to neutral. Put it in reverse 1, pops back to neutral. And we try emergency gears, it won't even go backwards. And yeah, it was earlier. So
It goes backwards, it don't go forwards.
well, no, I couldn't get it to go forward. As soon as I put it in reverse, it just stalled.
That's forwards.
No, that was reverse. I was trying to get reverse.
No, I put it in emergency forward. It would go back.
I couldn't get it to go back. No, it stalled. Whatever I did, I mean, whatever we did, it stalled. So I've got a horrible feeling we haven't got reverse either. Should we test the theory right now? We perhaps ought to, hadn't we? We ought to go away knowing. Yeah. Yes, so we're going to test the theory. I'll quickly pop the driver's hatch. We got that to go, and various other hatches seem to be remarkably free moving. Unbelievable. Unbloody believable. But we are no closer to moving it back to Tanks-alot. It has become a bit of a thorn in my side. That's a very polite term for... Yeah, we need to ship it a Chinook, 4 Chinooks, one above the other. Yeah, turning it a bit of a nightmare. Looking for the right side, while putting diesel in it, we did find 2 plastic bottles in the hedge, so we have helped to relieve pollution in the countryside, because I should take them back and I should burn them. Yes, a nice looking white elephant. About the same as the white elephant we've got at home, really, isn't it? Which after 3 days of film, it's got a diesel leak, and what's the other fault?
Pushing on the alternator drive.
Well, it's only really the diesel leak that's causing this jiff, isn't it, really? That's the only thing. God knows where that is. Probably engine out.
The disc.
Oh, yeah, the disc, little crack in the disc, but it may have been like that a long while. I don't really know. I'm getting quoted to make discs, chieftain discs, out of a superior metal that will withstand the heat generated. Oh well, over and out. Shall we go home now? Yeah, knick-knacked.